Would you look at that? Another Astro video. Hi, welcome back. It is me, Astro, the man himself, and here to talk to you. That's it. I'm just here to talk to you. It's been 3 months since I've uploaded. Yes, that is me, Astro, the guy who claims he's making YouTube videos, but in reality, he's just lazing around collecting shit, which is literally everything that I have right behind me and in there and right here and right there. So let me explain what exactly is going on. I have been going on a shopping spree. If you were to keep up on my Twitter, by the way, follow me on twitter.com/astro52. I have been going to thrift stores a lot recently. And the reason for that is because my city that I live in is boring as shit and I have to find something to do. So what better way than to waste my money on stuff for nostalgia and things that look cool? Can't we all agree that this shit looks fucking sick? Yeah, I just have a problem with spending money. Anyway, what exactly is this video about? Well, here is what I've been meaning to share with you guys. You know me as a gamer, I stream. Why am I saying that I'm a gamer? Well, because I grew up being a gamer. But recently, there has been this connection between gaming and my thrifting, if I can say that. If this thrifting of electrical appliances and stuff that I find cool at thrift stores, there's this connection between the two. And that connection is that I've been sniffing out a lot of games, manga, and anything that I would find very cool that I need to get my hands on before any scalpers get their hands on them. So half of like, actually no, some of the stuff, some of the manga down here right behind the anime figures are found in thrift stores that I found. Specifically this one right here, I forget what this one is called. But it's basically just some 2000s manga. But in between all of the stuff that I found, I have found the most amazing thing ever since I started going to thrift stores and looking for some nostalgia shit. And the main focus of it is this. Now, for all the Zoomers and Gen Alpha that don't know what the fuck this shit is, let me explain. This is what we call a SNES, or specifically Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah, we just shortened it to SNES or SNES or Super Nintendo. I've had this for the past week or so, but in reality, this is the first time I owned this. I had this over a decade ago. I've had the Super Nintendo since I was a kid. I basically grew up not knowing what video games were until I had my hands on a Super Nintendo. When I first moved to my city here in the amazing northern hat of United States, I didn't have any entertainment. The only thing I had was some plush toys and a TV to watch. But thanks to a family that was living across from me and my family in this apartment complex, before they left, they handed me over their own SNES and a couple of games. I will mention those later. I've been playing those games for a very, very long time, up until I didn't. I've had that SNES since 2005, okay? 2005. Let's put it in perspective. That was about 19 years ago. Holy shit. So since then, I've been playing on this SNES, and after a while, I grew to liking video games. So after that, I got a Wii, Nintendo Wii. And that Wii, technically, it came out in like 2007, 8, 9. I forget exactly what date. Editor and me will just put a date up there. Basically, after I got the Wii, I've been managing between the two, the SNES and the Wii. But later after that, I basically committed the worst mistake a gamer could have ever done, and that is selling a console like this. Which, by the way, this came out in 1991. Yeah, so basically, this retro console right here, I've had it since I was 5 up until I was 13 or 14, I would say. 13 or 14, that is, if I can do math, about 9 years. Yes, about 9 years I've had this console. And lo and behold, I sold it to a random guy who came to my house because I was doing a garage sale. If you don't know what a garage sale is, it's basically me just, well, technically a family, anyone could sell their stuff in front of their house for cheap prices because they're trying to get rid of it. And that's what I did. But this happened. This random guy came up to my garage sale in front of my house basically and said, hey, do you have any video games? And I'm like, I do have a Wii, but I'm not selling that shit because my God, I want to keep that. I have fun with that shit. But I do have an SNES. And you're hearing this now and you're like, dude, why the fuck would you give a random stranger an SNES, a thing that came out in the fucking 90s and people love to collect this shit because this shit is a childhood? Well, that's a mistake I'm trying to refer to. That is the biggest mistake I ever made back in 2014, and I regret it to this day. Basically, I've had this console with 3 games in particular that my apartment complex neighbors gave me, and those were Street Fighter 2, Aladdin, the SNES version of the game, and Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy Kong's Quest. These 3 games have been with me since 2005, and I played them, and I beat only one of them. I'll let you guess that at the end of the video. In the comments, if you want to guess which game I completed to its entirety, be my guest. Anyway, I sold these 4 things, the SNES and the 3 SNES cartridge games, for $45. I sold a retro console that I owned, hand-me-down from a family of Spanish speakers that I forgot where they're from exactly, that they gave me. And I sold it off to a random stranger in front of my house for $45, and that is the worst mistake I've ever done to this fucking day. Now, you might be wondering, why the fuck do I have it again in my hands with the exact same 3 games? Here's where the thrifting comes in. I went to a thrift store. I used shop, place, whatever, and they had video games in a section of it. I went to go see what they had, and they had an SNES. This exact same SNES, gray on top, purple up front, and then the like orange-ish, disgusting looking, like, I don't know, green I've ever seen. My memory is very vivid, but I'm pretty sure the one I had back then looked almost exactly like this one, but with this exact like color tint. I don't know if all SNESs are like that, but I'm pretty sure it was exactly one as this. Anyway, I'm not saying this might be the exact same one I had back then, but I will say, you remember when I mentioned earlier that my city is so small there's barely anything to do? Well, the world is very, very small. And these exact 3 games, I will say, thanks to fate, not Fate Tonight, not Fate Zero. Oh, I'm talking about like literally life-changing fate. These 3 games might just be the exact cartridges in the exact games that I had 10 years ago. Almost 10 years ago. 10 years ago. 10 years ago. The reason for that is because I don't know anyone, well, I don't know many people who refer to the Disney Aladdin game in 2024. Like, I don't know anyone, aside from like 1 or 2 people, that have played this game and lived to tell the tale that they beat the carpet level. If you know what carpet level I'm talking about, good for you. Donkey Kong Country 2, same thing. This exact same cartridge. I'm pretty sure, well, this one and the other 2, I'm pretty sure none of these have left my town since then, 10 years ago. But the reason why I'm saying these could be the exact same 3 console games I've had is because of this game itself. Street Fighter 2 on the SNES. Oh my god, the light is fucking ruining it. Street Fighter 2 for the SNES. Same exact same cartridge shape, this line in the middle, but not just this in the front, but this in the back. You see how damaged that shit is? Well, guess what? My copy of Street Fighter 2 for the SNES had the exact same damage in the back of it. If it's hard to believe, trust me, I want to believe in myself. Let me believe in the stuff I want to believe. But I believe that this is the exact same cartridge that I had for the SNES, and I have been reunited with it. And these 3 games. Not just these 3 games, but also probably some of these games up here too. Technically, to be fair, there are 3 of these that I did not own previously. 2 of them being, actually no, technically, never mind. Those are 4, by the way. 1, 2, 3. 4 SNES games up here, okay? I've had Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, and Mario's Missing since I got the SNES in these games as well. Okay, they're part of the lore, but not as important as these two. Okay, those two games I kept because I believe that those two were not going to be as important for that guy I sold the SNES to. But thank God I kept them. I'm just having issues right now trying to run the Legend of Zelda game because it's not working on SNES. I'm gonna have to get it cleaned. Hopefully I can get it cleaned for cheap. But still, since then, I've been always trying to find an SNES in the games that I had since I started thrift shopping, because I believed that somewhere out there in my boring ass city, these games would come back to me, or in a way, like literally, or like I just found them randomly. But clearly I did find them randomly, and here they are now. My SNES that I had growing up, and the 3 games that I grew up with, they're back in my hands safely, and that is the lore that I want to share with you guys. Why am I saying this? Well, because I've been buying a lot of stuff recently. As you can see, I'm going to say this now. I never owned any other console aside from the Wii and the Xbox 360. Everything else, nada. Nothing. I did not own any. I did not own a GameCube. I did not own a PS2. I did not own Guitar Hero and Clone Hero guitars, which are literally down there. I did not own any of these games down here, which I'm going to probably say in another video. I did not own F-Zero. I did not own Super Mario Land. And I definitely didn't own a 3DS XL and a DS Lite as a kid. I did own a DSi XL, a brown one, black and brown one, but that's gonna be it for a different video. Anyway, that's the video for today. Basically some Astro lore, so you guys can, I don't know, entertain yourselves while I basically struggle to make other videos. But there it is. That's my video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for listening for my yappage. I hope to see you in the next one. And can we get to 200 subs? Can we? Make sure to like this video, comment. Remember, comment and take a guess at whatever question I said earlier. I forgot. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.